Niaje sana kwa sana album reviews, yet another episode kwa mara nyingine. Asante sana kwa hapa, na as you can see kuna missing link kwa hii helix. So wacha kwanza tusikie toka Musoti. But before we do that, just as the title inasema ya hii video, tunaangalia EP ya Shukid, Youngin from Sichirai. Na also just to mention, kuna as far as artists kupeana metadata for their projects, kuna kuangana a lot of issues na misinformation. Na nasema hivi ku bring out the fact that ukienda kwa the website where he's selling the EP Shukid, kama una watch inasema this is your 12th studio project, while at the same time kwa your social media pages unasema this is your 11th studio project. So hiyo misinformation as far as your metadata iko concerned ni misleading kwa the fans and anyone else who ako concerned na hiyo information. Anyway, with that being said, ni EP ya Shukid ili drop 18th December 2020, and that's the project tuna review. Acha kwanza tusikie toka Musoti alafu turudi.
Siku manage kujoin my fellow friends for the review. So yeah, nitakuwa nafanya this at the comfort of my home. It's I think 7-track EP project, that's inclusive of the bonus track yenye inaisa hii yenye ni Cypher, and based on the beat selection, some singing songs like Imagine That zenye the choruses na the singing iko layered na autotune. It's a trap project. Now generally I am not a big fan of trap, but to judge the project by that, I feel like artists wakimake a body of work wanakuanga na an intended audience in mind in your target. So I feel I might not have been the audience for that, but anyway, I liked like West Nile, the first song, juu ya the whole thing ya kukuja Nairobi from Shags and all, kujaribu kunini, alafu the production was kind of clean, although kulikuwa na hiyo line yenye walikuwa wanaongea about you're full for this one, ilinikumbusha like the nini producer Babs venye wanakuwa na hiyo tagline ya Babs you're full for this. Hapo ndani I think kulikuwa na bars kadhaa zenye zinakuwa a little bit iffy, lakini yeah, the song was generally a good song with a trap beat. So yeah, the second song too was nini, but chenye get my attention ni alikuwa anaongea about wanting to be featured in the Jameson nini event. Kwani is it a thing like artists go out there wanataka like tunafaa kuwa featured in Jameson or the event, ama I've never thought about artists aspiring to be in a certain platform. So yeah, namwombea party siku moja. Shukid kawa na watchi one day soon utapata like hiyo nini. I liked hiyo nini, that's as long as I'm alive. I think hiyo ndo whatever the TALAIA meant. Niko featuring the South Coast Nerd. Nilikuwa na origin chorus, so it was generally not my cup of tea, but also nilikuwa na issue na hii song juu the mixing ilikuwa kind of iffy. Kuna parts zenye okay, si parts like most of it, the beat ilikuwa louder than the words zenye the artist alikuwa anajaribu kurap, so ulikuwa una struggle kusikiza, and I feel that was, I don't know, it was a little bit of a letdown. Jumi upenda kusikiza the words, na napenda like a balance between the beat na the words, zina feel ni one item seamless together, and that was, I think, my problem with that. South Coast Nerd was good. He did his trap thing, lakini pia juu ya the production I had a problem kumsikiza. Energy ndio ilikuwa na a different sound kwa the whole album. Juu ilikuwa na dance, Naija afro kind of sound to it, na I don't know, it was okay. Still pia hiyo si sound yangu, so siwezi judge based on the sound. Siwezi sema it's a good afro Niger-ish song. I don't listen to that na sijui standard ni gani. So yeah, but generally it was something I enjoyed, but I felt it might have needed a little bit more energy. Na nilipenda hizo transitions between the verses na the chorus venye na feel ni kama house beat. I'm a big fan. I used to be a big fan of house, but I think kila mtu mwenye alikuwa high school between in the early 2010s is actually a fan of nini. That's on that ni a trap song pia, a lot of braggadocio. Issue yangu ni ilifika point wakaanza kuongea about the objectifying of women, which I've never understood mbona rappers who kuwa hellbent on that. Nikaa ni something kime project lazima kukuwe na nini a beat of your project yenye inaongea about how you have bitches, how unajua, and that's the same thing nilifanya I disliked na hii sai juu ukisikiza the content ya one of the verses hapo katikati anaongea juu ya all this stuff, uko like bro what is happening, alafu the end of it kuna nini the last guy mwenye alikuja wa mwisho anaongea about sanitary pads na hizo vitu, niko like hii kitu mliamua inafaa kuwa na concept ama haifai kuwa na concept, ama mkuelewana ama ilikuwa saifa, kila mtu alikuwa analeta chini nataka, so tumeruka home. That ilifanya nikakuwa na a little bit of an issue with Naisa hii. So yeah, I didn't enjoy Naisa hii as much as I thought I would. Home was a good song. Mastering ilikuwa a little off. Mwanzo nilikuwa nasikia the words, alafu beat iko drowned, alafu ikafika point basic a drop, basic overshadow the guy who was rapping, Shukid. And yeah, but based on the theme, yeah, what he was going for, yeah, I think alinini juu alikuwa anaongea about his childhood and the like, and ilikuwa na feel nikadi home na ina tie back into the whole theme ya the album ya nini, title ya the album, which I think was good. The only thing mimi ningewish ni with hizi albums zenye ziko na this ziko attached to their native homes, their traditional homes, their local homes. Sakai mi upenda like artists aki include like the local language. Yeah, alafu also I realized kuna very little bit of sheng in this nini, and I think that's what made me like there was a song with a little bit of sheng. I think it's nini, that's As Long As I'm Alive. I liked your bit Sheng. I'm a big fan of Sheng rap, so yeah, I'll always gravitate towards that. So in general, yeah, the Shukid album is a good album for people in wanapenda trap. Besides the little unajua conversation with women and the like, I've never liked how rappers wana approach. Besides that, I feel like ni album yenye mtu kama unapenda trap unaweza sikiza na ubumbike nayo.
Now that mmesikia from Osote na maoni yake, it's about time to
Start time.
It's about time to dive into the project na tusikie maoni zetu on the EP. Iende kakiendanga.
Unaweza tuanzia.
Mjesema kama kawaida there are things that we look at in a project.
The criteria yenye tunatumianga for our reviews, the first aspect tunaangalia in the production and the musicality. Kitu cha pili tunaangalia ni the concept / the idea, alafu cha tatu ni the themes / the content. Kielele yako anza sasa.
No, I was guiding you. So, you know. Okay, so there are some things that I found I kind of did not mind or / liked kidogo. There are others that I would have preferred the project to do without. The first thing, the skit ya West Nile the journey, na feel ingefanywa a bit better. And then the phone call conversations pia na feel zingefanywa a bit better. Other than that, the West Nile the journey, imagine that, and TALAIA. Well, they're not like hard hitting bars and you know standout punchlines and stuff like that. You could kind of get the whole concept of what he was going for, you know, coming from Sichirai, you know, kufika na hii, the work he put into muziki yake, then the success, all that he touches on kwa the verses in West Nile the journey. Imagine that is now after the success, he's talking about how you know, he did the quote unquote unbelievable, you know, the whole acting thing and everything. TALAIA is now a reference back to what he touched on. Imagine that, the whole people who didn't believe him and stuff like that. I did not like energy. I would have done away with energy because the production was a bit too it was off kidogo for me, and the chorus as well. I would have preferred in the end TALAIA straight to that on that for me is my standard track, although again I couldn't like hard hitting bars, but independent the beat. and the
Ulipenda the beat?
Yeah.
And that's on that?
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah, nilipenda the beat and how the chorus was done. Again, the verses were I wasn't really paying too much attention to the verses because sikuwa expect any like hard hitting bars and everything. Personally, ningemaliza the project at home, although technically Cypher is a bonus track, but I feel it's a bonus track that we didn't need, you know, because it does absolutely. First of all, it's a terrible Cypher. Very, 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 very bad Cypher. The verses were very, 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 very bad. I mean, sijui kani Harry Lee ama ni Dave the MC. His first line is shamba la wanyama na feel ka Victor Wanyama. No.
Isiba.
Z.
Sini shamba la wanyama. Cheki. So shamba ni la wanyama.
Either
songa.
No. I think so now and then song.
Now see because nani Harry Lee anaanza na story ya kukua in his bag. Like kama na shop or something.
Yeah, I'm shopping or something. Still again.
Dave anaanza kuongelea story
the podcast itself.
And its position kwa the culture. So either songa ama the last verse ndio kuna hiyo reference ya shamba la wanyama then Victor Wanyama.
Yeah. And then cause
akusema kick it like Victor Wanyama
no, just say shamba la wanyama na feel ka Victor Wanyama. Nikutafuta tu right. So I it's like it's right there. I did not get it. And then at the last verse goes social commentary and the political aspect. What are you doing? Kutoka West Nile the journey, imagine that LAIA energy that's on that home. And even the other verses quite the nice Cypher. No one has touched on anything political. No one has touched on the social commentary. No one.
Then Shukid did, alikuwa na some political stuff kwa verse yake.
But then you come in and I nearly get what he was trying to do at the end. The whole you know how condoms are free and you know ladies still have to pay for pads.
I hated that shit.
I hated it as like
terrible.
You don't want ladies to have free pads, guys.
It was really terrible.
Guys, no.
Yo, Musoto is not here. I'm curious. For his meaning. How it was done. I nearly get what he was going for, but it was poorly executed. It was very poorly executed. So for me, the whole nice Cypher, just do away with it. Add the stuff you share home, you know, and then do away with energy. It would have been 5 tracks that, although they're not amazing and they're not mind-blowing, but sing a mind. I think the reason why Sixi complained that much on this project is because the way I approached it, I didn't set the bar too high. So you know, I kind of knew what to expect because I've had this stuff before. So yeah, and that's that.
Yeah, that's on that.
Mbona, just a quick question. That's on that beat. You didn't like.
I know your malicious laughter. Take us there, brother. Take us
there.
So,
first of all, youngin from Sichirai. I really don't have much to say about this project. Mm-hmm. Like, yes, he's rapping. Yes, yeah, like it's okay. It's like I appreciate the concept of the project and the fact that he followed through to some extent. Mm-hmm. Like how kusema youngin from Sichirai, and then the first song aka deviate, hakudeviate, like it napenda vile inaanza akipanda mat, like I enjoy vile amefanya hivyo, but the writing itself isn't noteworthy for me. Ni go back to it. I would say that's it for me. But that's on that. Ningesema that's on that. As soon as ilianza tu hivi. The first word nilikuwa nangoja ni I'm atrocious on that beat.
Who connect?
No.
Who connect?
So
analijua wewe na Musoti and myself. Would get it.
Like me on the first listen, like nilisikia tu hivyo and I was like, okay, so tunadu nini? Like I'm curious what people who actually care to comment down below na wanajua the Kenyan rap scene and whatever, because I'm clearly I do not know these things. So like beats Kenya zinaendangaje? Msimoja kisha tumia hii beat, mse mwingine anaweza kuitumia kwa project.
No, but that's the thing. it happens
Unajua penye
everywhere.
umetoka?
Yeah,
Umefika?
yeah.
Oh.
No, I figured it as well, but I still like the beat quite atrocious, and I still like the beat right now.
Yeah, I like. Yeah, the problem isn't liking the beat. The
No,
problem-
kupata, but
Yeah.
then it happens everywhere. There's a J. Cole album that has a beat that someone else used. So
exactly the same.
exactly the same.
Nakumbuka
thing.
the first time we had your conversation hapa kwa review fulani uli bring up
Yeah.
the story.
Then
Exactly
if that's the
the
case,
thing,
then it's,
yeah.
if that's the case,
Then-
then basi,
Yeah.
then it's not as big an issue
Even
as I thought it
Buzz
would be.
to Riot, the beat imetumika kwa another album. So I guess that's why siku mind, because nimezoea.
So on that, yeah, me like
Na producers are double deep.
mazejo lazima wakule.
Lazima.
Pia ningependa kuunderstand kama ni one of these free online beats ilikuwa
Could be that.
and
Yeah.
none of them knows iko
By
kwa
the
project ya mtu
by the
mwingine.
way.
And interestingly, hata ndo nakumbuka sahi, I think zilitoka the same date, the two projects. Hata ndo nakumbuka
Yo.
sahi because 18th na Moski pia ilikuwa 18th ama 19th, zilitoka the same nini.
Because actually,
I wonder if they know.
Because
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Because
That's
for me, I was
very
like,
trippy then. If
for
they
me, I was
don't
like, if it's the same beat, one of them should have changed it. But then when I realized it'll talk almost like the same time, then ikanekelewa, you know.
Yeah. Shamaliza project.
Hizi vitu zi happen.
Hizi vitu zi happen. So yeah.
Right.
Yeah, shamaliza.
Mimi nishamaliza.
It's Shukid. Like the writing is not layered. It's not.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
what he's saying like
Yeah.
he's rapping well.
Yeah.
And, although like I would have done without the was it auto-tune, like it's auto-tune, yeah. But that's a preference thing. Like for me, like it's not it makes or breaks a project. It's just a preference thing for me. Like I'd prefer kusikia tu mse with their own voice. Kwa unatumia the auto-tune ama alter your voice, unaitumia like not throughout. When I get like I would say unaitumia creatively. Sort of, but then again, what is creatively, you know? Yeah, kutumia throughout ni creatively pia, you know. So yeah.
And na agree on the points za venye carry through na the idea ya youngin from Sichirai na kutoka Kakamega, and you have even the map ya Kakamega County going on. Alafu kwanza hiyo safari kwa shuttle kutoka huko akisikiza beats ku come through, then at the end naongea na producer. But just as Roger amesema, the skit and the acting ilikuwa off. And even ilikuwa off.
Kwa stage,
ilikuwa off.
Do they sell Mahindi?
Alafu
Acha ni waanze. Hii kwenye mjaipa hizi za masafa marefu.
No, mimi naijua, but nasema for me the acting ilikuwa off. But watu zanga
Bisikachiko pia was like okay, like acha tukule mahindi
Maji.
no, mimi for me ni acting ya the donda.
So why it's only too fast.
Kuna some sijui ya
Nikana harakisha. Like there's something that's
missing.
Hapana lipa
And then-
kijana unaenda sawa.
And then pia the nini, when you umesema the conversations at the end, I didn't mind the first one. So for me the second one ndio kulikuwa na a missing link ya how it came back. How did he have the second conversation? Because ya kwanza ali set up, amefika, ameshuka, kapigia shots, akaongea naye, akamwambia yo niko huku kama utakatufanya job uwe hala. Akasema I bet, simu ikakatika. The next one ana receive a call from the parents, wanamwona kwa TV, and so Shukid anaanza kusema how anafaa kuwa na get dough from this, and then for someone who makes an assertion ya kukuwa the best and the greatest, and then you say, so since I'm doing all these things, I need me numbers like a calculator. Hizo nini?
Bro, don't it's okay.
Then so after hapo no sana get into hiyo convo ya pili ati yo we are rolling different, but how it comes in again, see hakuna connect. Exactly. Writing is basic, it's okay. I did not like the singing kwa any of the songs. Kwanza ilianza kwa Imagine That song number 2. On my first listen ilianza hivi. I was about to pause.
Meaning
I was about to stop the project.
mi kuna moja siko na like, lakini the more I listen the more I liked. I'm trying to remember ni na 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 na. I'm trying to remember the actual words.
I think it's either TLI or home.
Because it's off, but kuna vile it sort of works. I don't know why, but it sort of works.
Now, for me,
The more you listen to it, the more you
for
like
me,
it.
the singing yenye nilichukia kabisa was on home. I would have felt if it could have been written better, and ange have an actual singer do it instead of him doing it.
Maybe imagine that the auto tune and then unajua voice yake ni hoarse na husky. So ilikuwa inanitoa sana and then he does the same thing kwa That's As Long As I'm Alive, and then with the auto tune, and then kwa That's As Long As I'm Alive kwa that how it's produced, how you're going to produce featuring South Coast Nad imekuwa mixed na mastered poorly, but alafu kuna something anajaribu with the double timing flow kwa verse 1 na 2 it doesn't work at all
inakata
it doesn't work at all. My experience kusikiza hii EP, every time nilikuwa nataka ni release and for the sake of this review nilikuwa nachoka. No, kila time nilikuwa na katika kuplay nilikuwa na si feel na sitaki kucheza hip. That was literally every other subsequent listen ya review
ilikuwa ngori.
nilikuwa I'm really doing this again because it's just an okay EP, haina replay value. The writing is basic. Of course kuna hizo claims za kuwa the best, alafu ushasema energy was really bad. Energy the first when the moment so you gonna this dance all you bounce to it.
Yeah, it's really bad.
The chorus came in nilikuanza nilifanya
The
chorus ni mbaya. Energy inajuliza bro shida iko hadi nini. Ilikuwa mbaya sana. The only song nilipenda kwa hii project ni Home, that I at least would care about ni Home, especially because of how it feels. When you could lay back and then how ana lay the verses and anipeleka back home. Sichirai and narrate unajua story yake and the need ya kutoka kwa the city, which I mentioned pia kwa Imagine That, but kwenda back home na kuhave kutoka kurudi back za kuna shughuli za kuhustle, kutayo idea ambitions zake na kutafuta do na yeye kuko serious about dreams zake. Nilipenda venye alifanya hivyo na kuongelea how mabesti wake wamemachua tena kwa different states wako na watoi. So nili at least penda Home, but sikupenda venye aliimba chorus ya the song itself. So again ilinitoa from enjoying the song fully, and then ushaongelea the
cypher.
Ushaongelea the cypher, and just also to mention kuna lots of references za beaches everywhere.
Yes,
no. Za beaches everywhere.
I wanaongelea white sandy beaches. Perhaps.
When I've got a beach and a bag, a few lines down, I've got buddies. After hapo nimepata my beach from my rapping. Atiende mwako, but I'm fucking your hoe.
Ukinita childish, I'll be a baby to your hoe. It's like
sijui niko na diva kwa wrist, alafu sijui niko na haga kwa chest.
Wait. The fact that nakumbuka hizi bars, I have to give it to you.
I have a diva hairs on my wrist, and then ass on my chest, sijui tattoo ya jina yake. There's something he says kwa hiyo energy.
Oh, it's not like an actual ass. Si ati dema
Sasa kuna haga.
Wewe
kuna haga. Si hiyo energy. Ni energy.
Oh, so ninajaribu. Amekaa chini. And then
and then pia hiyo idea sijui
ati strip club.
Ati as soon as I say my name, I'll go with your bitch. The constant reference bitch here, bitch there. And ironically, kuna ngoma ngoma gani akisema ati after I hit I don't have time for that. Na nilikumbuka kuna kitu tulisema kwa review fulani ya msee alikuwa na such a thought akisema sina time ya something else, time ya maheta alafu ana respond to
Eh,
them.
Kumbuka. I'm trying to remember
The same thing.
Mimi sifanyangi hivyo and then the next
That's exactly what you
Unafanya.
do. The same
It
thing
was,
wamefanya hapa kwa
Giant
buzz. Wache ufala and then it
And then
goes
the
and
next song is like,
I respond.
Yeah.
It does the same thing. I understand idea the cipher. I really do. Because ametoka Kakamega, ametoka West Nai, amefika Nairobi City, amekuwa akiongelea jiji na ambitions zake, though the city pia it's not the best place to be and chase your dreams. He says that. That's the reason I explain mbona ameenda Sichirai, alafu kuna factor ya corona. But I understand the cipher yeye kukua kwa the city na au kukua na hii podcast yeye Dave the MC na Haridi called Naisai and having that song as part of the project. Sijui mbona waliita bonus track, but I understand the cipher, it's random and Niko too, but ingekuwa done away with the writing in the
everything in there, man. Everything in there. The only thing I can forgive is the beat. That's the only thing I can forgive. Because the writing was poor. The flow was,
Call me Charlie shall be baby to your hoe. I'll leave her wet. I'm talking navy on the show.
What's that, man?
So
Break down, it makes sense.
Makes sense.
we say when you guys break down and kita makes sense.
You call me childish, I'll be baby to your hoe.
Okay, so stop there.
So,
Okay.
Baby to your hoe. Kinita baby.
No, it's fine, yeah.
I'm baby to your hoe. Like that's the best translation. Sindio?
so you ita childish, I'll be baby to your hoe.
So hiyo imeisha. Tunaenda kwa show. Tunaenda kwa show.
Leave her wet.
Yeah.
I'm talking navy on the show.
So when the Navy
Leave the waters.
leave the water and get on the show,
They're wet.
are they not wet? Si wamekanyanga maji. Like we are assuming
Buddha, Navy, the ship docks. There's a port. You don't.
No. So no now.
This is not attack. This is not D-Day. This is not Normandy where the boats iliachia.
Lakini unaona with poetry like there's room for interpretation.
No. Sikuzi you dog. Dog. Na kazi dog mnakuja na chopper mnapelekwa inland. So the Navy is never they never really get wet.
But that the Navy do get wet.
No, they do.
And unless you say
Scuba.
There the Navy SEAL maybe because of the
like
diving
whoa.
thing.
Ita fit bar wacha mchezo bana.
Kuna Kenya alisema ilikumbusha there's something Shukid says I think kwa sio kama ni kwa imagine that ama TALAIA akisema how ana make ngoma watu kushinda plaques.
Oh yeah, and then
So there's something that he says
to the
about that Niko na Shukid because
Ana-
anaimba ngoma worth Grammy.
Cheki revision.
Ati
Revision hapo.
I said I'm not
I'm
gassing.
not gassing.
Ati nimesia ngoma natoa.
Like to be honest, mimi sikuwa kuongelea hiyo cipher.
Let's
And
go.
and I was really hoping like tutamalizia tu hapo. But like
No, it's part of the album. It's like a album.
yeah, but to be
Yeah,
honest,
yeah.
like si cipher ni mali unaenda kurap. Utendaje kurap then una gas mse. Mna rap na yeye.
Tumepewa feature.
Kuna kitu kaa hiyo. Like
you have to pay homage.
no.
The
Like
mob,
that's
the
not even
mob.
like that's so sportsman like shit. As in
Sportsmanship like.
yeah, sportsmanship like hata na mess English. Like hakuna vile utaniambia marapa wameenda kwa cipher and then rapa moja anaanza kusema vile mwingine ana win awards na nini. I get the respect and I get your friends. Lakini kwa rapa hakuna ubeshte. Like hakuna ubeshte. Like
Actually is the only one who says it. Yeye pia anasifia.
and I like but then I love but like it was being scared. I was so disappointed. I don't know whose bar that is but I was so disappointed. I was so disappointed. Like but then naelewa hata kwa song naelewa inaweza kuwa hapo lakini ile umeta cipher like kwa song unasema the reason ni kwa ngoma ni collab but like ukiangalia cipher isn't that the point of a cipher like to prove the people you are rapping with hawezi kufikia
yeah but I'm better than you.
Yeah, that's the whole point of a cipher. It's a competitive
Anatoka poni but anaonetea njeve and what not. And then venye manza basi yake it's something we've discussed when we've reviewed other MCs hiyo akisema so ni vipi Sichirai na niko na the band from Sichirai, those last lines anarudia, kuna ile feeling ya how you lay one vocal and then lay the next you pick, since you record them once, kuna hiyo feeling hapo. The only verse nili appreciate ni ya Dave the MC. Sikupenda delivery yake, ilikuwa weak, but aliongelea the culture and what they are doing as a podcast. Akisema how atakuwa monumental and the cultural moves. Shukid akaongelea some politics huko ndani, akisema watu wana policy, but then nijiuliza, so na bringing story ya unasema wanasiasa wana policy, umeongelea beaches all through your project. Uko na policy gani?
White sandy beach.
No, policy ni story ya pads.
So alafu story ya beaches, you notice harilia kaongelea kumsema mwingine yuko maybe tu wa mtu na usonga.
Kusema story ya
Sijui ku ana serve kuchi kwa table ka restaurant. Unakumbuka? You give her the cheese, you should swallow water, give her the D. Hata zi connect.
Like
this bar amongelea mimi don ka is the don. The next bar anampatia the D. I'm swallowing
stop your nini mini don ka is the don. What are you doing? As in, what is that bar? Shukid akumwambia mazejo yo si bar. Like I'm not saying is the don is not the don. Like it's how it's structured.
Kaka bado kwa the same cipher. And it's a cipher. Umeiterate. A cipher msana sema tuko na uhuru na bado hatuna freedom.
Nini
ni verse ya mwisho.
Jina ya prison ni uhuru. Na bado tuna freedom.
2020.
Kodo hebu tumalizie kitu bwana. Like
Brenda kumea boobs, blouse.
Yeah. Alienda broke.
Yes, anasema hapo and yeye pia Songa, he calls himself the greatest in the game. Which Shukid doesn't. And Juliza, what does it mean? No really to be the greatest in the game. I'm the best in the game and then you say no cap. Inamaanisha nini?
Anaso hivyo, which rappers do you listen to as rappers and you're pretty sure you're the best in the game? Like wanasikiza ngama rapper gani ndio hao wakisema they're the best in the game or sure they're better than the rappers they listen to, because I'm assuming if you're a rapper you also listen to rappers. Yes. So meaning if you're the best in the game and you listen to other rappers, all the other rappers you listen to uko sure in your heart of hearts. So don't let you're the best in the game. In your heart of hearts unaweza wakula kwa cipher.
Kwa the greatest. And then uko na the last verse. Na jimbo na kuiweka hapa because kuna the last verse is someone else. I think Shatsi who raps verse ya mwisho because kuna transition when Songa
not Songa.
Because Songa akisema na ukimess na Shatsi zita kufanya nini, then kuna pause, then hiyo verse ya mwisho inaanza
that's
someone else
with
the wanyama thing. Alafu yeye pia anasema akona two lines, anasema ati udem venye sijui anagawa tumgeuze jina sijui tumuite nini, and then
sikanagawa
and then uko chini and then a few bars down anasema ati sijui niggas acting like sijui bitches whole position. Same person kwa mwisho wa verse yake atomekusu mapad za madem niko za na tupima. Hiyo ni ufala sana. Alafu with the voice I work. Alafu anasema in the most basic way. Tumesikia hiyo quote ni unfair
like we all know this.
Of course it's a good point. But ushaita manima hona alafu we are done. Tumemaliza story. The only thing besides home nilipenda kwa nini which I imagine that huko mwisho the flute, the sort of kuna flute huko mwisho and yeah that's one of the few the small things zenye nilipenda. Kama umesikia hii tuambie what you think about it, and that's it from us.